again, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny episode. Before we get into today's video, I want to first say I'm giving away 1,000 silver on the channel. All you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and comment down in the comment section whether you're happy or not for XUR's inventory this week. That gets us into the video. So, we're going over week number 15 after the Rise of Iron expansion was released on XUR's inventory and location. He's located over in the reef, over in his little cubbyhole. If you go in his cubbyhole and you talk to him, he's got quite an interesting inventory. The first thing I wanted to really say, though, is he's drunk. For 2 weeks in a row, he's been selling the stealth drive, and he's also not selling 3 of coins. Now, first off, there's a glitch going on right now where he's selling heavy ammo since 3 of them and 10 of them. The 10 of them is not a mistake. That's supposed to be there. The 3 of them are actually supposed to be swapped out for the 3 of coins. For some reason, he's removed 3 of coins and he wants to sell heavy ammo since 3 of them for 1 strange coin. Moving on, we've got the stealth drive. This is one of the rarest drives for your vehicle to transform a rare sparrow into a legendary sparrow. The cool thing about this is he's selling the red one 2 weeks in a row. This is the rarest one to actually obtain. So please, if you have the chance, buy them up now, at least 3 or 4 of them. That way you can spend them all on your rare sparrows and turn them into legendaries to fill up that kiosk over by Amanda Holiday. Next up, he's selling the exotic shard. That's not a mistake either. That's the new update since the Dawning event started, so he's supposed to be selling those again. That actually was a thing in year 1. They brought it back to year 3, which is pretty awesome. Next up, the Mode of Light. Good for leveling up your armor or your weapons that are actually equipped to your character. Next thing, XUR is also drunk once again. He is selling an exotic engram. Not a legacy engram, an exotic engram. Make sure you pay attention to this. Exotic engram. That means year 2 and year 3 gear, reaching up to a max light level of 400. You actually buy these. If you're close to 400 light, it should dismantle into 400 light. That's actually pretty good because if you need some of your gear leveled up to 400, you can use this to your advantage, at least to level up your helmets. Next up, we've also got the Crest of Alpalupe for the Titan. If you want a quick revive or revive your allies faster in Trials of Osiris, if you're a Titan, this might be the exotic for you. Now, it's also got increased ammo amount carrying capacity for a scout rifle, which is actually pretty good. We've also got the strength and intellect build, which is not bad for a Titan. Also, you can have fusion rifle ammo. Not too sure on if you're going to be using fusion rifle ammo. Maybe your favorite weapon's Plan C, but if so, here you go. Here's the chest piece for you. You've also got arc armor, and you've got arc recovery. So I would probably run this with a striker Titan and be ready for Trials of Osiris. So, moving on. We've also got the Don't Touch Me's. Now, if you're running a shotgun and you're running the stealth behind a blade dance, you might want to run this. It's actually fairly useful. You've also got rocket launcher loader and auto rifle loader. I'd rather use the rocket launcher loader, especially in trials, with like a Gallahorn or a Truth, or something else with tracking. Then you've got momentum transfer, you've got switchblade, you've got discipline and strength this time around, which is perfect for a hunter. And then you've also got defensive reflex. Take damage from a melee attack from somebody else, you briefly turn invisible. This might actually allow you to get away from somebody really quickly, especially if you take melee damage and they're not paying attention well enough. Run away, turn around, shotgun them. So this is actually a pretty good exotic. Now, not a recommended exotic to use, but it's still decent. It's going to be on our bottom tier of what we should buy this week, though. Next up, Apotheosis Veil. If there's an exotic that you should buy, I would actually recommend the Apotheosis Veil. Why? Because you're allowed to remove your Transcendence from Stormcaller Warlock. A lot of people like to run Stormcaller Warlocks inside of Trials of Osiris to quickly sweep the floor with a team on one of the rounds, especially heavy. Next up, you can remove that Transcendence to use a different perk. On top of using your super, you still get your health back, but you also get your grenade and melee back. Instead of wasting your grenade and melee to get your health back with Transcendence, you actually gain your health, your melee, and your grenade. Pretty good. And it's also got intellect and discipline, which is the perfect role for a warlock. Now, I actually recommend Ashes to Assess as well, along with heavy lifting and the infusion. They all work hand in hand with the private reserves. Now, really, Apotheosis Veil was one of my favorite exotics back in year 1, and I still use it in year 2. I don't use it too much in year 3 now, but it is one of those exotics I would definitely recommend having on your Warlock. Now, I mostly use Ophidian Aspects, which is the gauntlets, but hey, if you don't have those, definitely buy the Apotheosis Veil and use those. Now, Suros Regime, Auto Rifle. Great in year 1. Hands down, would not recommend it in year 2 or 3. You just might as well just drop it off the face of the map. Yeah, it looks cool. It's a black version instead of the white version from year 1, but really, it's just aesthetics. You don't need this gun. It's not important. So, what should you buy this week from XUR? Apotheosis Veil, 10 out of 10. Actually, I'd give it a 9 out of 10, because Ophidian Aspects are pretty much 10 times better. But they're still a reliable thing inside of PvE and PvP. So definitely buy Apotheosis Veil if you like Warlock. Don't touch me's, I would rate that maybe a 3 out of 10. The Chest of Alpalupe, I would probably rate that a 7 out of 10. Pretty useful in Trials, pretty useful in Crucible, especially if you're running a Crucible match like Trials of Osiris or something else where you can revive your allies. And then 10 out of 10, you've got to buy it. If you're missing a year 3 exotic helmet, definitely buy the exotic engram helmet engrams. They're cheap. They're 19 strange coins. You can farm those easily in Prison of Elders, and you can try to guarantee yourself something that you're missing. Yes, you're not guaranteed, unlike the legacy engrams where you're actually guaranteed the ones you're missing. This time you're not, but it doesn't take too long to farm up the strange coins to get these exotic engrams. So there you have it, Guardians. That's all of XUR's inventory. It's actually a really nice inventory this week. I'm actually quite impressed. I'm really happy about having exotic engrams that we can actually purchase and dismantle for current light level gear. 400 light level gear with new exotics for year 3. Pretty impressive. And if I'm missing a helmet engram, hey, I definitely want to farm for that, right? There you have it, Guardians. Thank you all for watching this episode, and if you enjoyed it and if it helped you in any way plan out what you're going to buy from XUR this week, drop a like, share it with your friends, and as always, Guardians, stay violent, be privileged, and we'll see you all in the next episode.